slump all the way up. No sweat. All right, what's going on? Happy Friday. I will preface today's video by saying I've done in the last 2.5 years over 300 YouTube videos, long format. This one today, in my opinion, will be the best video I've ever done. This is going to be the coolest pour I have done on the channel yet. We've done one of these before. It was pre-YouTube days, so I was hoping we'd finally get a chance to do another one. This is it. High pressure line pump, 58 meter boom pump, straight vertical to the 17th floor, and we're going to pump 40 cubic meters for a shotcrete pool on the recreation area on level 17. This is going to be wild. So our setup here is hard line off the back of Ian's pump. We're going to run the double-ended wire braided hose into this double elbow arrangement on the deck pipe of the 58 meter pump. We're going to put a hammer shutoff valve in place, so when we're done, we close the hammer shutoff valve, drive Ian's pump away, hook our blowout cap on, blow the boom out, probably into the washout pan, possibly back into the ready mix truck. And something that's really cool, this is a ConForms piece here. So you can catch the part number. Does it say P? Oh, I just wiped it away. If there was one, it's gone now. Maybe it's there. Maybe it's there. Did you get it? Anyhow, we're gonna splice in line this ConForms pressure gauge. It tells you the real actual pressure in the delivery system while you're pumping, and it's got this cool little telltale, so the pressure spikes up. That'll tell you what your highest pressure point was, then you reset it down to 0. How it works is the sensor is in here. So you get inside the pipe. It's a little dark. You see, you fill that hole with grease. Concrete pushes on the grease, tells you what your actual system pressure. The reason why that is important, this pump makes 1450 psi of pressure. The pipeline on this boom is rated for 1233 psi of pressure. How much pressure loss will there be from material cylinder S tube into the pipeline by the time we actually get into this pipe? We'll find out using this thing. So we're going to watch this. It tells us in psi what the pressure is. We're not going to exceed 1233, and how we're going to achieve that is Ian's pump here has an adjustable relief valve. So we're going to wind the relief valve down, dial the pressure down. Maximum pressure on this thing, hydraulic pressure, 4,000 psi equals theoretically 1,450 psi of system pressure in the line. So we're going to dial this back down to about 3,500 psi, limiting our pressure to the safe working range of that pump. Now, based on what our telltale tells us on the pressure gauge there, we find there's a bunch of pressure loss from here to there. We're not actually exceeding the 1233 at the point of system. We might wind this up a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Anyhow, a lot of technical information to start the video off here today, but this is a highly technical pour. This one had me up all night last night. So big dunnage down for the 58. They went huge with the dunnage. Tons of guys on site to help out with this, which is awesome. These guys were unreal in helping us get set up here. So Ian and I are going to lay this pipe out, get all connected up. Jag is up top routing the hose to get into the pool. And yeah, we'll check in a little bit here. But this is going to be, how do you say, awesome. And I hope we reach the level 17. My laser rangefinder tells me we only reach the level 16, so we have to run hose across, possibly up the stairwell to level 17. Or rumor has it there's some holes cored through the slab. We might run the hose right up through a cord a hole in the slab to get to level 17 that way, and drops us down to about 100 feet of hose. Anyhow, we'll see here shortly. All right, what do you figure, buddy? What do you need? Help, it looks like. You want me just to hold the elbow for you?
No, it's good.
What's up with the tires? Are they're just for positioning things?
No, it was to help hold the pipe.
Oh, I could have done that.
Oh, I didn't see you.
I've been replaced by a tire. It's good to know. Good to know my worth in this world. So yeah, sweep 90 elbow, straight up into the back end. Bingo bango. Brought out the good stuff today. The ConForms 300 bar yellow clamps, rated for 300. The best heavy duty clamp, bar none, in the industry. It's not even debatable. Not even close to debatable.
Right, Mike?
Right, Mike? Mike? Ian might just be saying that because Mike reinstated him in the Primo competition, and then he failed out the very next pour. But it was a kind gesture. You forever have Ian in your pocket, Mike. Okay, so we got a short 5 to 4 reducer, 4 to 3, short 3-inch hose. The reason why. Hey, excited? It's gonna be my best YouTube video ever, by far, by far. We're gonna put the short gear on so that when we reach that boom straight up, we don't have the hose hanging way down the usual 14, 15 feet. We'll save about 5 or 6 feet, which will be critical for being able to grab the hose from the balcony and pull it in. So, are we gonna reach? That's the question. Are we gonna reach? Where do we get to? We'll find out pretty quick here. I guess Mike's gonna wait for Jag to get out there where he can be the eye in the sky, because it's gonna be so dang close to see where this reaches to. So dang close. Critical of these clamps, you tighten them until they touch, till the halves touch. The two halves don't touch, something ain't right. Remember, we gotta put safety pins in all these.
Yeah.
You know what I want to do here? You know what's bugging me? I see this safety sling. This hose, just if that were to fail and pop off, let's put a safety sling in here. So we'll undo that. We'll throw a sling on. It's the right thing to do. Okay. Hey Mike, did we actually get to 17?
Keep coming. Keep coming. Yeah, keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. You will start taking your boom, the main section, away from the building screen, and he's gonna pull up.
Wow. So literally, how we just inched to the edge of that deck with this thing? Getting that pump up that high, and that wasn't really by design. It was just because of the off grade, the off camera grade, and the way it worked out. But we just got to the edge. We'll get up there and get some footage. And I'm trying to get the drone going here. I'm having some issues with the drone, but I'll try and get it up there. We'll get a really good perspective on what's happening up top there. But for now, down below, other than Ian being happy, I see that. I know, wild. We're all set up here. Let's grease up the hammer shutoff valve before we forget, before it's full of concrete.
What about?
We'll grease it. Grease the valve before it's full of concrete. A couple grease boards here, get it full of grease before it grouts up. When we're done, close up the hammer shutoff valve. We'll disconnect from the back of the pump. Ian, remember when we close the hammer shutoff valve? You have to take like 2 strokes in reverse after the valve is closed, because there'll be residual pressure in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll twist that elbow up. We'll put the sponge in, put our blowout cap on, and we're going to blow the whole system out, either into the pan, possibly into the ready mix truck. Before we do that though, we'll bring the boom down and we'll cycle a whole bunch of retarder and wet stuff through the hopper, just to make for a nice gentle blow down procedure. So yeah, this is our grout. We are pretty much good to go. You guys are just buttoning up the last couple things up top there, and then we will rock and roll. Turn your pressure down. Shows how to turn it down. So what do you do?
F2.
F2, yeah.
Up one. Press and hold.
We'll pump that down to about 3,500. So we've limited the pressure to 3,500 psi, which is roughly 1,200 psi system pressure in the hose, and that puts us in good shape knowing that we're not over pressurizing the boom pipe on the pump here. All this stuff is rated for minimum 130 bar, more than this thing can put out. So, and we got our pressure gauge in position here, so it's actually going to tell us what the true pressure is in the system. So this will be really handy. And we're just waiting here, just waiting to dump the grout in. There we go. Get some grease in there before the grout tries to displace it. Make it a little easier to close that up at the end of the pour. So we're actually going to take all the grout. I was going to try and minimize the amount of grout, but the pool guys said they're cool with skimming it in the bottom of the pool. So we'll take the full, I think it's got a cubic meter or 0.8. We'll take it all, but we're going to wait until concrete is also on site before we put the grout in. So we don't want to have grout halfway through the system and then have to be sitting here waiting for the concrete to show up. Meanwhile, the grout is segregating in the pipe. All right, concrete has arrived. We got concrete or shotcrete. It's still concrete, I call it shotcrete. We got the grout here, so we are ready to rock and roll. Oh, I'm excited. This is going to be a good one. Strap yourselves in, folks. Well, hopefully you don't need to, because if it goes well, it should be pretty uneventful. But yeah, I'm confident this worked out actually better than what we thought. We thought the pump was going to be further away. We're going to have more pipe feeding into the boom pump. But I like this setup here. When we poured this last time, years ago, 5 years ago now, we had about 70 feet of system feeding into this exact same boom pump. This is better than what we did before, and it worked before, and it worked well. Yes, it did. Can we load some water in, Ian? We'll load some water in ahead of the grout, right? Yep. Oh, you did? I missed that. A couple strokes in forward. We'll take a little more water and a couple strokes in forward. Can I steal some water from you? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Get a little bit of water ahead of that grout. Yes, it's grout, but it doesn't mean it's going to go through an infinite amount of system without drying out. So I always like to do a little bit of water in the hopper, and that way, if the first bit of grout comes out of the chute dry and finds its way into the hopper, it can mix up with that water, and I don't have dry grout at the start. It's a good contingency policy too. I've never seen the water segregate the grout to the point where it causes a plug. I have not seen that. And that's doing a lot of placing boom work and whatnot. That being said, today we're tapering down to a 2-inch hose, so maybe a different story. I don't know, we'll see. Here we go, rock and roll. Remind Jag to get the prime. Say, Jag, get the prime on camera.
Jag, get the prime on camera.
No, you gotta tell him on the radio yet. Not after the fact.
Jag, get the prime on camera.
The camera is ready to go.
Camera's ready to go.
You don't want to put your screen on there?
Shotcrete?
Yeah, man. I don't want to plug up there.
So you talk about the ground.
All right. Shotcrete won't go through your screen because we're going to pour a wetter.
Well, what would it work?
Wow. There we go. At that exact moment, Ian spilled his coffee. I'll get you another one, friend.
Thank you.
Okay, grout is empty. We'll do a quick change now and get our mixer truck on. Water. Oh yeah, lots more. Yeah. We got the boom straight up and then like 100 feet of hose, so probably wetter than what we used to see shotcrete at.
I wish they would put that on the ticket.
Oh, of course they did. Just a regular old shotcrete pour, nothing unusual here. Yeah, that'll be a little tight for what we're doing. That would be what we'd normally do for a pool at grade level. Maybe not even quite that dry. So we're gonna go a lot wetter than that today because we have to go all the way up. And I learned an interesting statistic from my friend Michael Setner at ConForms, so I hope I don't misquote it. For every vertical foot that concrete gets pushed, 1.1 psi of pressure. And that doesn't account for the friction in the pipe, that's just the weight of the concrete. So we are reaching up 190 feet. So you got about, I don't know, 200, 210 psi just to push the weight of the concrete. Then you have all the friction from it in the pipe, and shotcrete, because it's so bloody sticky, there's a lot of friction involved. So lots of calculations. Okay, here we go. Pressure start to climb once the grout is through. So they just got the growth through there. You can see our gauge is starting to work. I just moved that telltale out of the way so you can see what we're just doing down at the bottom here. It'll be very interesting to see what the actual true line pressure reads out at today on a push like this. All right, so far so good. We're a couple meters into the shotcrete all the way through the system. We'll check on our pressures. I'll show you how this works. I'll put the telltale back down. So we're looking at just shy of 400 psi actual pressure in the system. That's it, 2200 psi on the hydraulic gauge. Maximum pressure on this thing, as we discussed before, 4000 psi. That's maximum pump pressure. So at just over half, we're only putting out, like I said, not even 400 psi on the pipe. So we can actually go max pressure on that thing if need be. And I bet we only hit about 1000 on this thing. So that's good. We got lots of leeway. And it's a good lesson in theoretical pressure versus actual pressure that we're getting into the pipeline, that we're seeing in the pipeline. So I take it back, Ian. It's most certainly not a wiener pump. I just say that because it's small. But it definitely gets the mud where the mud's got to go. I feel bad for calling your pump a wiener pump. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 70 can't do this.
I probably could.
Rambo.
Rambo? I think at these pressures, Rambo could pull it off. But
this pump makes Rambo look like a fruit.
A fruit? Oh!
I call Rambo Rainbow.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, you don't want to get the hitman after you.
On your feet! You keep messing around! This is you! Ah! And the driver making a fiver, you're getting one too! Ah!
Hey, I'm innocent.
Innocent. Yeah, she's getting her done. Getting her done indeed. All right, so we're just finishing off the tail end of the first load. We held him at a couple meters here until the second load got here. Definitely a prime example of a situation where you do not want to get stuck waiting with no concrete in the pump to circulate through the system. So now the second guy's here. Like I said, we'll bang the first guy out. While we're waiting here, I'm going to address this right now. I know there's going to be no shortage of people that are going to chime in and say, why do you need the line pump to pump to the boom pump? Why don't you just pump it using the boom pump right off the boom pump kit? I will tell you why. Pushing shotcrete straight vertical that high with the boom pump kit, 100% guaranteed what you will end up with, and I know because we've done this before, is an S-tube within about 2 to 3 loads of concrete that has an opening in left in it about that big. I'll insert a photo right here. Exactly what it looks like. S-tube closes up, pressures start to go up, ends of the material cylinders start to cake up. Next thing you know, you've run out of pressure to actually keep the mud moving through the system, and it's an absolute shit show. So no, we do not use the boom pump on a big boom like this to pump shotcrete that high. On a smaller boom like a 38 meter, we will gladly pour up to the 5th, 6th, 7th floor, pump through a couple hundred feet of hose. Works great. On a big pump like this, there is no way. And I know somebody's gonna say it, and you might get away with it for a load, maybe a couple loads, but we got 4 loads to do here today. It would be absolute stupidity and suicide to try and pour this straight off of the boom pump with what I know in my experience with our concrete mixes here locally. Not to say that in your market it may not differ slightly, but in our market there is 100%, 1000% no way we are attempting this pour, pumping into the hopper of that and all the way up. Not happening. So yeah, I'm glad we got that out of the way. End of conversation. Thank you very much. Tells you a lot about the pressure loss incurred from 6-inch delivery cylinder down to 5-inch outlet. I would be really curious to see on a pump like our VSP70 that is a 7-inch material cylinder yet still reduces down to a 5-inch outlet. I bet you the pressure on the machine would probably be 500-ish PSI higher on the hydraulic gauge end of things in comparison to what it is right now. So yeah, maybe we'll go up top here when we get into the second load. We'll go up top and we'll check out what's going on up there. I'll make you a deal. I'll let you run Rambo, but only if you wear that while you're driving it at all times. Okay, level 17, I'm going up, and I'm not going to be a PU double $signs Y. I'm taking the stairs. I need the cardio, so away we go. Man, hoist. You're a man, you take the stairs, you hoof it. Up to 30 floors, you walk, right? Are you with me? Are you with me? 30 floors, we walk. Here we go. Level 1. I'll check in on level 10, tell you how I'm feeling about my decision. Okay, here we are. Level 10. I gotta say, if the hoist is available and there's not a big lineup, definitely take the hoist. Forget all that bad earlier. Here we go, 17. I will say, for about 10 floors, you kind of catch a second wind. It's not too bad. Take it back. Don't take the man hoist. Take the stairs. We'll check in with Jag first before we check in on the pour. See how our boy Jag's doing. Just find him. Where is Jag? So how's that for reach? Now I'm not allowed to be out here without fall protection, so yeah, I'll just stay right here.
Pumped up, ready to go.
I walked all the way up. So I walked all the way up, 17 floors. Do you believe me?
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah, probably because it's not really that high. You're supposed to act all impressed and in disbelief.
No.
But, okay. Here we go. Here it is. Oh, these guys want to be on camera. They're calling for the camera. Were you calling for the camera? I knew you would. You're warming up to this. See, you're becoming a natural. Used to shy away. Now he wants to be on film. Yeah. See, he knows. So one more load in the balance. How's the slump up here? Decent? Yeah. How's the slump? Okay. A little wet?
The end was better, but the first part was douchey.
Yeah. He was really wet right at the start. Yeah. Okay.
So this is, you say this go to 90 down below?
About that, yeah. And our pressure is not even close to maxed out, so we can go tighter.
It's drier,
Yeah.
better.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I don't want to jinx it, but it's going pretty good down there. It's a lot less stress than I
It took a long
thought.
time to get up here, though.
Oh man, I thought there was a hole in the pipe or something. They just kept going. Yeah. Yeah, we took all the grout, and I swear, like, there's got to be 1.5 meters just through the system to get it up there. It was wild. Yeah.
The growth went almost the whole floor.
It did. Yeah. Yeah, it was a full 0.8, I think, right? Okay. No, so far so good. Yeah, not a huge pool, but a challenging one. They're all challenging, right? Pools are anyhow, most of them. But yeah, this is it. All that gear, all that equipment, all that hardware, all that moolah, just to get to here. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's see how we did for reach here. Here's how we did for reach. Like literally to the frickin' foot. And the hot tub. I don't know if they'll spray this in or if they'll just fill it and vibrate it. You just pump it, lay it in there out of the hose and vibe it through. Or maybe a combo of both. Here we go, pump on, let's go. Yeah, pump on.
Spike a little bit until we get all the old stuff through the lines, okay?
We'll speed this up a little bit once I get into the fresh mud. The shotcrete, you stop even for 5 minutes, and when you get restarted, it's already stiffening up in the system. We poured on the Sunshine Coast about 6 months ago. I'll insert the link up above. This stuff eats up the water. I think it's the amount of silica they use, perhaps, but we're now spraying. We are spraying. Beautiful, right?
Fuck, it's like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah. Man, oh man, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh. Come on. Yeah, That's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. That's the one I'll get.
Yeah, we knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Oh, I like the drain. Yeah, all the details, eh? Homeowners are obviously very happy. Yeah. Yeah, it suits the house. It suits the landscape, right?
She wrote like a 2-page thing on our website saying, you know, how everything just went up. Yeah, there's a couple of minor hiccups, but this pool looks like it's been there from the day the house was built. How it matches the ocean. You sit there and you look at it. Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Glad to be a part of that one. Love it.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. You do all right. You guys do all right. ALKA Pools, they do okay.
One or two that work out.
Yeah, one or two that work out, right? Honestly, best damn pool guys in the business in the Lower Mainland. Undisputed, best pool guys in the Lower Mainland. I'll put my name, I'll put my stamp on that. Canadian Concrete Pumper stamp on that. Wasn't just saying that because the manager's right behind me and the owner, one of the owners, is on the nozzle. These guys honestly are. We work with quite a few pool companies. In my opinion, these guys are absolutely the best, top-notch, highest quality. They don't subcontract anything out. It's all done in-house. And from my workings with them, amazing final product. Absolutely amazing. So this is the second load. It's 9 cubic meters. Then they have another 6 cubic meter load coming. And then 4 cubic meters after that to finish the pool. Maximum load size with this material is 9 cubic meters. Everything here calls for about 26.5. We lose a solid meter on the pump. So in theory, we should have a little bit of extra. In theory, and it is Friday, so cross them extra tight. You might have a plug here. Okay, take a stroke back. Take a stroke back. I'll undo it here just to make sure it's double check. Okay, hang tight. I'm just going to pull this apart and make sure it's not plugged. I'm going to pull this apart and check for a plug. Hang tight.
Yeah, Roger.
See what we got here. Eyeball, eh? I'll pull this out, make sure there's nothing. Double check. Any chunkies? No? Alright. Back together. Oh! Oh yeah. Always something. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, pump on. All right, we're good. That was just a dry ball, so watch for dry balls coming out of that truck.
Copy. You want me to put the screen on?
If you think the stuff will go through the screen, I would recommend the screen. I don't know that it will, but you could give it a try. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, so not even a chunk there. Everything about dry balls is where there's one, there's often more. Oh, you know what? No, that's legit. That's legit concrete debris. That's hardened. Yeah, colored concrete. All right, a little bit of adversity. Huh? It couldn't go that well. Couldn't go perfect. It wouldn't be a concrete pour if it went perfect. As he walked up, look at him huffing and puffing.
He's up top there with you.
No, sorry, Jack just got back here.
Okay, I'll send it up in the elevator.
Okay. Young guy like you, huffing and puffing? I was up here banging out plugs, doing all the hard shit. There was only one. With Dino Egg.
I was waiting for the man lift
Oh, you waited for the man lift?
for
Oh.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She was doing deliveries up there.
There's nothing manly about catching the man lift. You remember that.
When I ran
Today you became a man. Because you took the stairs.
throughout the hoses, we'll leave one on for this.
Yes, and then what we were talking about, Mike's gonna send up a piece of sponge. Let's
Kind of fun.
a square one. We'll cut a piece off, big enough to seal the 3-inch hose. We'll stick it in the hose, and when we're done, get Mike to take it like 2 strokes back and pull the sponge at least into the tip elbow so the hose is empty. So when they go to throw the hose off the edge, it's empty and nice and light. We're still gonna strap the hose over, obviously fold it over. But it'll because it's boom straight vertical, when it pulls that mud back, it'll suck the sponge back, no problem. So
And then what about the blowout you want to do from
we're gonna bring the boom down. We'll cycle through Ian's hopper, get it nice and wet, and then if the ready mix guy will let us, we'll blow it back into the mixer. If not, we'll blow it into the washout pen, or maybe even just on the ground. If they'll let us put it on the ground, we'll see what they say. All right, well, I'm gonna head back down, and the next big piece of action will probably be the blowdown. I might cover a little bit more down below on what's actually going on the pumping end of things, but the blowdown will not be too far behind. So. Things are going well up here. I'm really happy with it so far. And you know how we're getting down. We work the quads on the way up, and the knees, the meniscus on the way down. Yep. Arguably, probably not even arguably, beyond age 45, I would say the way down is long-term more detrimental to the body. Have you reset the telltale at all on the pressure gauge? On that?
How do you? I don't know.
Okay, so obviously you didn't. I want to see what it spiked to when we plugged. Let's see where
It
it's
shows
at.
the spike.
It does show the spike.
Yeah, look.
Ah! So when the pump pressured out, with the pressure limited on the machine to about 1200 psi of concrete pressure, what we saw on the gauge here is right at 800. So there's a lot of loss that goes on theoretically, from theoretical to practical. Very, very interesting data. Look at this, she's pushing it tight. Nice tight slump all the way up. No sweat. Okay, so this is funny. I have pinpointed the footage as to where the drone crashed, and it's on this building that's slated for demo. Question is, how do I get up there? There's nobody here. I'm gonna have to pull some Spider-Man stuff. I need that memory card back. Well, I want it back. So I might have to get creative here. It's somewhere on these patios up here. Oh, good times. I was able to GPS it. It tells exactly where it is. That building, see the patios and the shorter tower right in the middle? It flew right into a patio. So it's probably there, not that damaged, but the building has been vacated. Thank God for the replacement plan. Any final words for the Canadian concrete pumper drone? See that building there? See the patio right in the middle of the building, the shorter tower? The bronze color building.
Yeah.
It crashed right into one of those patios. Done. It's done.
I saw you running with a ladder.
Yeah. I ninja'd all the way across the rooftops.
Oh no, man.
I could probably go patio to patio, but I don't think the drone's that valuable to me.
Oh no.
Yeah, say bye-bye, but I got all the footage on my phone, so we're good. Oh, that's cute. Look at the two and the little wiener pump. Oh, it's so cozy. What are we waiting on balance? How far away? And that guy's empty? Uh-oh. Oh no. So what do we do with it? Do you have enough to keep it moving a little bit? You do, okay. Uh-oh. There's the drama. There's the drama we needed.
Report the stairs, same next
I thought me flying the drone into the building was drama, but apparently not.
20 minutes. Might be breaking it from the front.
Yeah. That's still our high point for the day. High pressure point. I got a hopper full of mud, that's good. But man, oh man, I don't know exactly what happened there, but not an ideal situation sitting around waiting with a 58-meter boom full of concrete, full of shotcrete, and no concrete on site. We do not like that. Luckily, the plant is not too far away. I mean, if it really came down to it, if worse came to worse, we could always buck off up top, bring that boom down, and cycle this around, which is what we're actually going to do when we go to blowout. I will touch on that right now. Plan for blowing out is boom comes down, cycle it around, get lots of retarder in there, slam the hammer shutoff valve closed, undo that elbow at the back of the pump, flip that elbow up, sponge in, blow cap on, blow the first round through, and then we'll do another round, probably sponge, water sponge, and call it good. So that is the plan. And I've already had, this is funny, I post up on Instagram a story showing what we're doing here today. I've had no less than a dozen messages. Hey, how come you guys aren't just pumping it through the boom pump? How come you're using the line pump to push the shotcrete? Well, it's a good thing I addressed that early on in the video, because I'm already tired of explaining it. Trust me. If I didn't show the picture already, here's the picture again. Here's a little reminder of what happens to an S-tube when you're pushing shotcrete 200 feet straight in the air and through a bunch of hose. It's a no bueno, remember? Okay, so now I've been waiting 25 minutes. It's getting slightly concerning. That stuff's cold to the touch though. Still, it's less than ideal. It is less than ideal, that's for sure. Couple strokes. See what the pressure's like here. We're gonna push this. still moving just fine.
So probably got 20 minutes to go.
Had you guys wet it up anyhow because they were pouring the hot tub? Oh.
That's just not like it.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I don't like this. Friday, I want to go home. Mourn the loss of my drone. So everybody's already asking, Mike, how come we're not just pumping the shotcrete with the boom pump? Why do we have this little pump here?
Pressure.
And what happens?
Right?
Too much pressure, and what happens?
Well, your barrels are too big too, or way bigger, so you're gonna be.
What happens to the barrels in the S-tube when you push shotcrete with a boom pump really, really high like this?
Seized up pretty good.
Well, it cakes up like crazy.
Like crazy.
It cakes up like crazy.
I have heard them do the 20 cell, the 58 20 cell.
It'd be worse, man. It's an 11-inch barrel.
Yeah,
The 20 cell would be horrendous.
What's the guy's name?
Alan Woods?
Alan Woods. Yeah, he was saying one of his customers did it
With a 20?
20
Oh my gosh. Well, that's less than ideal. Wow. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything worse.
And I honestly don't think we can slow it down enough.
No, even your pump, even your 18 cell, you can't slow it down enough.
You can't slow it down enough.
You can't slow it down enough for 2-inch hose.
Well, 2.5.
The old 20 cell, you know what you could do? You could just drop down a gear in the PTO. But the newer pumps with the computer controls, you can't. It won't allow you to do that. It just won't pump.
Well, you can't operate under 1,000 RPM, right?
Yeah.
So it's,
But yeah, the old pumps, you can drop it down 1 or 2 gears to slow the pump kit down. Old school stuff. Old school. If you're not familiar with who Alan Woods is, Alan Woods is a legendary technician from Putzmeister. One of the nicest guys you would ever meet. One of the most, if not the most knowledgeable infield pumping guys you will ever encounter in your life. If you had the pleasure to meet him in the field, consider yourself fortunate. But yeah, great guy. If you watch the channel, Alan Woods, hello, hope you're doing well. Half an hour now, still no concrete.
one more in stock is leave the rest for cycling.
Come on, concrete, we need to get you here. It wasn't such a PIA to get that last reducer and elbow to that deck, we would have come down by now to recirculate. But they got to be close by now, within 5 minutes. They got to be. I'm not liking this. Worst case situation, that's for sure. Good thing you put bentonite in your hopper this morning. Oh wait, you didn't.
You don't know that.
All right, we're here.
Should do what Caleb does. Bentonite in the hopper, man. Don't see Caleb working this hard, do you? Nope. Oh, thank God. Prayers have been answered. Get this stuff in the pump and get the old stuff out of the pump. ASAP, please and thank you. Most happy I've been to see fresh mud in a long time. You're waiting like 45 to an hour now. Oh yeah. Yeah, at this point I just get it moving and fuck it. Oh yeah. I would. Let's get it moving a little bit and we can juice it up after. I always say just get it moving a bit and we can juice it up once we get some fresh stuff through. Once we get within about a meter and a half from being finished up top, we'll start to really soak this stuff up as it goes in the hopper or the pump. Just so we got lots of time, a nice loose lump to work with when we start our clean out process. Is that it?
I think so.
All right. Beautiful. Sweet talk our driver into blowing the boom back into him yet?
Yeah, he's good.
He's good? Oh yeah, all right. Love it.
Explain the procedure.
So now they're gonna pull the boom away from the building and pull that hose down. And if I hadn't crashed my drone, I would have it up there getting a ultra super close-up shot of this. This is the shotcrete guy's hose. It's their end hose, and they run a heavy duty on one end, but they run the collet on the other. I guess because their nozzle, oh, it's lighter too, and the nozzle meets up with it. Smaller clamp. Is that why you guys run the Vicolic on that, and the clamp is smaller? It's just easier to pack around.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and he said more. That's
Right, right. Yeah, very little pressure at this end anyhow, so. There you go, tricks of the trade. Maybe we shouldn't have sold this pump. It could be gone in 2 weeks. We thought, who needs a 58? We got a 56. Well, apparently for this job we needed a 58. Dang it. All right, here we are, boom's back down. And we are going to unfold the hose and recirculate this nice and wet, nice and sloppy. Some water in there, soak it around. It takes so long to get through the system, hey?
Like 80 strokes.
Turn this little wiener pump up. Slapping the pipes?
Slapping the pipes right now.
He's getting pipe slapped from the wiener pump. Oh, you can too? Ah, that's so cute. All right, hopper's all doped up. We're gonna pump the hopper on the line pump down as low as we can into the mixer. And then we'll come down, we'll knock off the reducers, we'll put the 5-inch double-ended hose on, go back up, drop the hose into the hopper, the mixer, and then we'll blow our sponges through. We don't want to blow out just through the 5-inch elbow, just because I find when the air pocket comes through, the boom can lift up and come, not completely out of the hopper, but enough so that when the sponge comes through, it splashes a whole bunch of stuff out, makes a mess of the guy's truck. And we don't want to do that. He was gracious enough to hang around on Friday afternoon and let us purge this back into his mixer, so we'll try and be courteous and return the favor and keep it squeaky clean. Okay, we'll kill it. We'll let's shut the gate valve here. Get your Slego, kid. Start smashing. Let's see what you got. You gotta hit it. Come on, man. There you go. Good that. Oh, before we close it all the way, before we put ourselves in a bit of a pickle here. Cowboy Car Crushing is going to make a comment about hitting it with your purse as we watch this premiere, guaranteed. Always count on Cowboy for the good comments. Whoa. Okay. Now we'll take a couple strokes in reverse on your pump, because there will be some air and some residual pressure trapped between the two. It's probably just going to do one stroke and then do the ka-thunk ka-thunk as it vacuum locks. Yep. Okay, good. Now we're going to undo this. Mike's gonna come down with the boom here and he's gonna put that 5-inch hose on for blowout. So undo that one, we'll loosen these off, we'll rotate this up. Alright, couple whacks with the sledgy. Beautiful. And then we will loosen these and tilt this elbow up. Alright, now we will tilt the elbow up.
You want to tighten it? Not yet,
Go. About there is good. Yeah, you can tighten it there, yeah. Yeah, we'll put our cap right here. That'll work. That'll be a nice height for what we're gonna do. How'd it go? Money. I lost my drone. I was flying back. I crashed it into the vacant building next to that one, and it landed on a patio. I borrowed a ladder. I was rooftop jumping trying to find it. I couldn't get to it. I got replacement on it though.
What happened though? Like it just...
I wasn't paying attention. I flew back and hit the building. You can see that if you watch it. It'll be on the YouTube video. You can see the full footage. It hits the glass. It just drops. Luckily, I got all the footage on my camera. That's what I was most worried about. So I got a replacement plan so I can crash it twice, crash it or lose it. So it's all good. It's bound to happen. How this valve works, you've got your opening and then the plate on the other side is solid steel. Obviously when you hammer it shut, the plate, it's like a guillotine, blocks off the flow of concrete, and you hammer it back the other way, concrete travels through that opening there. Pretty straightforward, very effective. Okay, these guys are going to throw the double-ended 5-inch hose on. We'll take it up and drop it in the mixer, and boom, 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 away we go. Take one stroke, and then pull it out when you get up there. That's what I would do.
We can't do any strokes.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that. Okay.
Muscle memory.
Kind of forgot about that. Right. That's going to be a problem. Do you want to stick that in there just to try and stop it? I don't know.
I can.
Yeah. Well, the air cuff would have been handy, actually. Oh well. Exciting part, you're just in time. No, we're just putting that there so it doesn't drip out as we go up to the truck. No, we're going to turn the air on and blow everything out right into the mixer. It's going to be going to be amazing. I'll wait till Mike's in. I'll put a little bit of air pressure on, and then I'll let you hammer it. You don't want air yet? I was going to put a little bit. Oh. Oh, that sucks. Is that normal for those?
No, it's bad today.
They're on. Here we go.
That way it's nothing.
Can you tap the pipe? Let's see if we got progress.
Moving.
Mike's got good flow up there. I'd like to see that sponge come out around 30 psi. 20 to 30 would be nice. We don't get them back. C'est la vie. Sometimes you just gotta say goodbye. Unless you want to climb in and retrieve it, I'll give you $5 because it's used. It's technically used. Gotta be close now. Oh yeah, here it comes.
Oh, there, it's dropping.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't even get the pressure to come up now. It's here it comes. There it comes. That's it. That's how I put the rubber hose on. If that was just the elbow in there, it could have come out and made a mess. So, okay, we'll break her off and do round 2. Okay.
Some water?
We'll just load it with water. Just load the thing. 30 gallons. So we keep the elbow on so we can get all the water in there. We'll load it up, we'll put one more sponge in and fire it through, and that's it. Yeah, and we shut our, we hammered our blade over, I guess because the shotcrete's so fine, it actually started pissing out of just a little tiny gap in the valve. And pull them ahead, we can scratch it over and we'll fix it. Hey Ian, where's the wiener shovel? You know where it is? I kept it. I like it.
Yeah, on the rainbow.
Yeah, I kept. Oh, the rainbow. Oh, the rainbow. Man, bugger. Yeah, I kept the wiener shovel. It's actually really handy, honestly. That should be pretty good, eh? Snap her back on and blow her through. Beauty.
Watch yourself for a second, Ian.
Okay, sponge in for round 2. Got a ton of water in there. All right. All right. Swing over and blow it through. We'll knock the hose off first, though. We'll knock the hose off and take it out of the elbow. And for those wondering why we do 2 rounds of sponges, that's why. Pipes are pretty much empty, but lots of cream. There'll be hardly any pressure behind this on this round, so just spit it out. That's the shot we wanted, man.
I saw you. I got it out.
Oh, yeah.
Came to your face.
No, that is gold. We just got gold, but we captured there. Yeah, well.
Pretty clean.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. We're done. We're good. All right. So just like that, we are done. We'll break all this stuff down, load it up on the truck, and get out of here. Overall, that went, actually went awesome. It was a little bit weird with the cream coming out of the gate valve there. Like I said, I believe it's just because of this fine shotcrete mix and how wet we got it. It was able to squeak its way through there. I've not seen that before with regular concrete mixes, but usually when we're using these things, it's on high rise, so it's a rockier, more conventional mix. So, anybody else seen that happen before? If so, what's your take on that? Not a big deal. A little bit of a mess, but you know. Got it all cleaned up. So yeah, that is it. Happy to get this one in the books. And like I said, I'll wipe my lens off here. Like I said, of all the videos that I've done over the years, of all the videos I've done, to me, this is the coolest video I've ever done. I love this kind of stuff. Something different, challenging, exciting, keep you up at night a little bit. And then when it goes well, it's extremely rewarding. So Glad you guys could follow along and watch this one. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed filming it and editing it, and can't wait to air it and do the live premiere and the whole thing. But yeah, I'm very happy with how today went, even though I lost my drone. Boo-hoo. Anyhow, you know how it goes. How it goes. Till next time, keep on pumping. Catch you on the next one. Well, I gotta throw this in too. World of Concrete this January, Las Vegas. It is looking very much like the replacement for this pump will be at that show, featured in Putzmeister's exhibit in the show hall. So super excited to have that. And there's something in the works where I may be down there. Well, I will be down there for the show for sure, but I may be in the Putzmeister booth doing a little thing with the new machine, probably for 1 or 2 hours each day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And yeah, I'd love to meet as many as I can, those that have followed the channel and those who've chatted back and forth in the comments and whatnot. I'd love to put some faces to names. So if you are coming down to World of Concrete, love to see you there. And if you are not, think about coming down. It's going to be a great time, and I'm super excited to have a machine with AJ's colors and logos on it in the show. We've never had that before. I will not reveal what machine it is, not quite yet, but it is going to be a replacement for this. So we'll talk more about that in the coming weeks, in the leadings up to it. But yeah, hopefully I can catch as many of you guys as possible down there. Till next time. Ah, there is some buildup from the shotcrete, man. Yeah, that's not super unusual.
You're telling me.
If a little bit of the cream was leaking out and the dry pack's in there, it's like when your cutting ring is going on your S-tube, it'll do the same thing. Yeah, we got a little bit of buildup. Yeah, no, I'm happy. Went well. Went good. We don't want to do these like every week or not even every month, but once a year is pretty cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Once a year would be good. Yeah. I can't forget the plug, right? I like that one. I like the photo on the back. You should get a photo like that, but with you and Robert. The same photo with you two guys. Yeah, blade's probably leaking a little bit of cream, weeping a little bit. Right? Could explain why all that stuff jizzed out of there when we closed it shut. When we're at the halfway point, closing it shut.